right, good morning. David Akubian, Bearwoods Photography. I am here on St. George Island getting ready for our workshop this week, trying to get a little shooting in, get a little video done, get some scouting in. The forecast calls for it to be kind of cloudy, but as I came down the steps I saw some clear skies. We're going to give it a shot. You know, we may not get anything, but at the very least we're going to get some scouting done. So we'll be in Apalachicola all week. Gonna have a great group in here the last half of the week and stuff, but I'm gonna see if I can't go and get some video done, some shooting, some testing, some filters, and some other things that I've wanted to get done here when I had a little bit of extra time. So this is what I do in my vacation. So let's go ahead to Apalachicola. All right, this is sort of what we've got this morning, what we're looking at. I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. I'll be making some adjustments. Potentially some color. Looks good, but I'm not gonna hold out overly optimistic because there are some clouds right at the horizon line, so I may get a little bit of color that may just last a couple seconds, but we're gonna see. So where I'm set up, I'm shooting, I just want to get some of the trees in the foreground over here, get some of the color. I've got a nice, almost a V that's leading me down to where the sun is coming up. I'm shooting with the Sony A7R III. I'm going to be in manual mode. I'm going to get down, get it out of auto ISO, get it up to about 50th, ISO 50. I'm going to shoot at about f5.6, and it's going to give me a shutter speed of about a half a second. So, and that's just at this point the preliminary. I've got a little bit of color. I'm going to snap off a few frames, again, just to get some of that color in the sky. Using the Sony A7R III, my Tamron 28-75 RXD, which is one of the Sony full frame lenses that Tamron makes. Like I said, got a little bit of color there, not a lot, but we're gonna try it anyway. Get out my Bluetooth remote, anything I can do to minimize camera shake. Anything you can do to minimize camera shake is always good. You're on a sturdy tripod. I've got my Sirui SR3204 using the Acaratech GXP ball head. Got a good sturdy base. Now I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not touching the camera. We're touching it as little as possible because I don't want to shake the camera because I am at half a second. I could use the self timer. It's just as easy with this Bluetooth remote. I'm focusing on some trees that are across the river here, and I'm starting to get a little better color right above them. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to silhouette the trees, get a little bit of color in there. Don't want too much of the reflection in the water. Typically when you got a reflection, it's okay to do a 50-50 composition. What I'm looking at doing here instead is about a quarter of the way up is where my reflection is going to end. My tree is going to be silhouetted because I'm getting better color in the sky itself. And I do want to emphasize that for the sunrise shot. So that's the biggest thing. Let me just double check a couple things here real quick. Good, good. All right, now I'm focusing. I didn't really get the color in the sky over there that I'd hoped to get, but now I'm sort of focusing on these shrimp boats. Looks like a couple of them even work. I'm gonna try to get just a nice reflection of the boats as well. I'm getting some movement in the water. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to put a dark circular polarizer. This particular one I'm using is a 6-stop, and it's going to slow the exposure down enough that hopefully I can smooth that water out just enough to get some detail down in there. So to give you an idea of what my exposure is going to be, the video is shooting at about 28 millimeters. My image itself that I'm shooting is going to be at about 28 millimeters as well, maybe a little bit tighter, maybe about 30 or 32. I'm going to be getting a 10-second exposure, 10 seconds at f5.6. I'll tell you what I might do is actually go to f8 and take it down to about 15 seconds just to get a little better effect in the water there. So let's do a few shots and see what happens. All right, we'll make this quick. Got some noise, a lot of action here in the city, Apalachicola. This is one of my favorite places, Joe Toronto Seafood Company. Photographed this place many, many times, but I just love coming back. It's just dilapidated. It's actually for sale. I'd love to see it restored and kept as a maybe a nightclub or something, you know, a little bar, little restaurant fixed up. Beautiful place, but Joe Toronto Seafood Company. I'm going to be shooting about 50 ISO, 5.6 or f8, and about 1/30th of a second, and trying to get as parallel to the building as I can, keeping the film plane as tight as it can be just to minimize that distortion and everything else. So we will post some images in here as well. Joe Toronto Seafood Company, shrimp, fish, and oysters. All right, I finished my first day of scouting here in Apalachicola and a little bit of photography. Got to photograph down at Scipio Creek. Got to go down to Joe Toronto Seafood, fight the trucks and everything driving by, and do a little bit of a video there. Then I went by East Point. You know, it's a little bit of a disappointment. Michael really hit East Point hard last year, Hurricane Michael. But you know, it's still some stuff that we can photograph down there. We're going to support some of the economy in that area, especially. There's a restaurant, the Family Coastal Seafood Restaurant, that will take the group one night. Really good food. So we'll try to boost that area a little bit. Found all the locations I think that we need to do for the workshop. The sunrise, sunset locations, I think we're good. So I'm looking forward to the workshop for sure. I'm looking forward to getting out and doing some more images on my own even the next couple days before the group gets here. Cecil comes in Wednesday. We're going to hike out to the Donna Cay. Some friends meeting us from Panama City, and maybe one from the Atlanta area as well. We're going to hike out there together, do sunset and maybe some stars, but we'll see. So, you know, going back in, going to have some breakfast, go for a bike ride along the beach, then take it easy for a little bit, and then head back into town and have some lunch at the Owl Cafe, Evelyn and I's favorite restaurant. That's where we had our wedding reception. And then we'll just sort of take it easy for the afternoon, maybe see what it looks like at sunset, go back out. But day one is complete for the morning scout, and I'll get some images in there of what I shot along with the video. So if you can do me a favor, if you like the video at the end of it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you don't subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We'll be bringing you more videos from Apalachicola, Florida this week. There's a little bell over here. If you ring it, you can get the notifications when I post the new video. But most of all, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And I look forward to getting more out to you and seeing some of you guys in a few days. So thank you again. See you soon.